Meditation is obviously the central theme in the forest tradition. The whole lifestyle is centered around meditation. Everything is geared towards the practice of, first of all, samadhi bhavana, where the mind is reined in from its usual preoccupations, worries, concerns, the past, the future, likes and dislikes. In other words, the mind being that which knows, then given only one object, one single object. So the mind is able to come to a point of stillness, singleness, first of all, a point of duality where the mind has one single object, and eventually to the point of unity, the mind merging with the mind seeing the mind converging on itself, whichever way you want to look at it. And that experience of unity in samadhi, based on a very strong foundation of virtue, is the springboard, if you will, from which any meaningful insight is going to be possible. Because for a mind that has not seen anything other than the world of the five senses, which is the world that usually we live in, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, if that mind has not seen itself apart from that world of the five senses, then there's no way that it can accept the deeper and more profound truths that the Buddha talks about, such as impermanence, suffering, non-self. And in the forest tradition, once that sense of samadhi, once that stillness, once that solidity, which also comes with a lot of joy and happiness, is attained, and also a lot of equanimity, where the mind no longer has a vested interest in the world of the five senses, and it has the courage to explore something that it usually would not dare to explore because it's just too close to home. Then the forest monks, the forest teachers, will always point that mind, or have that mind pointed towards the body, the exploration of the mind, seeing the body for what it really is, ultimately just fire, earth, water, air, the four elements. But that being already very refined and subtle, the usual practices are the contemplation of death, very strongly recommended, as well as the foulness of the body's decay, the process of decay, which is a very soothing aspect if the mind has enough samadhi, which turns the mind away from the world. But also the practice of dissecting the body mentally, taking it apart into its different components, traditionally 32 or 33 parts of the body, and thereby seeing the emptiness of the body, the inevitability of death, the inevitability of sickness, disease, decay, and that being then the point of insight, where the mind finally allows the truth to sink in, that the body is impermanent, that it is going to die, that it is going to get old, sick, and it is not a lasting source of happiness at all. And then only once the body has been passed through, which is traditionally described in three stages, then the mind has the power, the strength to investigate the mental constituents of our life experience, to attain the higher parts of groups and eventually attain full enlightenment.